I really don't understand this world at all. You know, when I was growing up as a kid, I wanted to have friends. I wanted to do fun things with people. I understood that early on growing up that the world was very mean, very cold-hearted and selfish. Even my own brother, you know, he cared more about his friends and his reputation, family too. I heard about people would sell out their own siblings or sons, abandon them if they're not bringing any respect to the family, something like that. You know, I'm sorry if I want to chase a dream that, you know, maybe under different circumstances, if I went to a better school, maybe if I knew better people, maybe, who knows? I still think about that. You know, if I sound a little bit selfish sometimes, it just means that a lot was taken from me. A lot. Other people, they have friends and they get married, they have kids, and they had all that opportunity. You know, I worked hard, I studied, but I never could really gain respect or get ahead. Now, we have mass migration. It's like I'm competing with the whole world. Yeah. It's too bad. This city treated me horribly and couldn't even afford to get a car so that I could get out. Maybe see the world. Could have done that. I almost had it. I almost had enough to get a car. But even though I worked a lot, I could not afford because people here are too greedy. Couldn't even afford a beater. Honest to God. I'm not young as I used to be, you know. I get hurt a lot. The outside world hurts me, you know. I stay away from most people most days. I keep to myself because I don't trust anyone no more. Even Christian people, they hurt me too. They don't see me as one of them. Maybe because I'm a little bit strange. Okay. Well, you know something? I think times are going to get even stranger, and I'm never going to be able to please everyone. I'm not here for likes or attention on YouTube, not really. I just want to find a few real people so that I can get connected with those people and find real people to jam with, maybe, at least. You know, there was one other girl, but she was married. And we had a falling out. Sorry. You know, I guess maybe I wasn't what she was expecting. She probably wanted something from me too, I guess. Well, not doing that again. Next girl I end up with, I hope that she's going to be marriage material and not spoken for, because, yeah, I'm done giving myself my best to women. At my age, I deserve a chance, you know. I don't expect anyone to care, especially in the Christian community. They're not going to help, because I know there's a difference between what they preach and what they put into practice. I see hypocrites. And when was the last time I've gotten any real help? I mean, you can preach and add all kinds of videos to your channel and make it look good, and people will follow you, and great. You know, I've done some of that. I just want to find real people, you know. I get sick some days. I get tired. I've gone through a battle like you would not believe. I don't have a family doctor. My family, we're not speaking to each other now. I could be left for dead. And could be months before anyone actually notices. So that's it. I don't have anyone in my life. If anyone wants to say a prayer for me, that would be nice. But if anyone would actually be good enough to be a gentleman, help me with my problem or problems, finding a good woman or at least a few good friends I could relate to. That's what I really needed. And yes, I did go to film school, but I don't care about that anymore. It's all fake. I thought that it was going to be a fun career. I was wrong. Chasing dreams. People who I got surrounded by were most toxic. They weren't good for me. So I had to get out of there. I didn't even get to learn anything cool like animation or music or anything wonderful like that. And in this city, I can't find good people to jam or learn from. So I stay away from anyone who I don't know or can't trust. There's a lot of problems in the city. I think, in retrospect, I should have went back home, even though there was nothing there for me. Still, it would have been safer. Times are getting very strange indeed. I say to the men, especially if you're an empath, I know it's probably not a wise thing to say to go against your nature, but I mean, you gotta guard yourself. You have to protect your peace. There's all kinds of bad things happening. You can't control it. I'm sure that God doesn't want you to be mingling with that mess, Probably the less you know, the better. Just find your friends, find your tribe, your real tribe offline. That's what everybody online wishes for. Once they get up to a certain amount of subscribers, they're locked in, they're stuck. They wish, where are my real friends? Now they have to keep doing it. The YouTube gig. If they quit, they'll fall off, and then that's it. That's the way that YouTube is set up. And I don't know, at this stage, I'm not here just to entertain. At this stage, YouTube is about bread and circuses, and I'm getting too old for this. I wanted to find my people way back when. I never got that again. I would have rather have found a nice woman, just settle down. And as I said, nobody, Christian or otherwise, is going to help me in that department. My family, they didn't believe in me. They didn't see results. They'd given up. Just like everyone else in my life. I'm sorry I didn't measure up to people's expectations. But you know something? I know I'm not perfect, but I've been struggling with my own problems. If I had any problems that needed to be helped with, nobody was there. Even hospitals and social services, they don't care. They really don't. Even my own grandmother, she locked me out during COVID. She was afraid of getting sick. Yeah, she did that. I can forgive her, but I will never forget. It's one of the most heartbreaking things I ever had to tell anyone, my own family. I never thought that they would or could do that to me. I hope and pray that one day I find my family, wherever they are. And I pray for the listener, if you're still listening to this, you are a good person. Please don't let whatever happened to me happen to you too. Find your tribe. And when you do, please don't forget about me. Okay? You go do that for yourself, find your people, and then you hide. You hide. Okay? Don't let anyone steal your thunder. Ever. Be safe. May God bless.